I'm very happy that I found out something. My work is still safe, even if it was changed and improved. However it looks, it's still the character inside. Even includes from human to human animal, and this also includes from human animal or human to animal. Everything, your artwork is protected. Even if it was turned into a human, if you turned the animal to a human, it's still copyrighted because it's still the same character. If the animal was turned, if the human turned it into an animal, it's still the original drawing either way. If the character was improved, if the character was the original was improved, it still falls into the category of copyright. All of them do. You can multiply them, change them in any way. You can combine them both and make them sort of a different character. That it doesn't make a thing. It's still copyrighted either way you do it. You can put them in a spreadsheet, whatever. You can use an AI tool to improve it. It still falls into category copyright because the original work was the man who drew it first. Even if it was drawn or some AI tried to claim it was there, no, it can't be claimed because the artist, the original work, like in the public domain, when the AI makes something from the first set, it falls in the public domain. But if the person works on top of the AI work, it falls in the category of copyright. It still works the same way. But this was even stronger because it came from the real world. It was improved. So that makes it even stronger. So that's great, right? That's good to hear. Very good to hear. It gives you all the information. I'm very happy that this is all true. Your original human drawing, character design, it remains protected even if you change the clothes or modify polishing in your design work. So if you change the clothes, or if he had no clothes and you added a clothes, it still remains in the public domain. Even if the character had a diaper, a diaper or something, and he has shoes, anything that was on the character, it will be changed. It will remain the character's character. See, he had a diaper and all that, and his diaper, and he had a hat. It was changed. So you can see he had wings. So what it did, it took the wings off and changed it into a hat. So either way, it still falls in the copyright. That's awesome. So my character will remain copyrighted. It doesn't fall in the public domain because if that did, then that was my drawing that came from the real world. Why are they doing that? It's stupid. They wouldn't do that because they know it was from the original world. You're like throwing something from the real world into a freaking domain that's not that belongs into the real world. I don't think you want to do that. So there's no way it can go to the public domain either way. It's an X point, unable to go to the public domain. Even if it was changed, it remains in the copyright domain forever. So if you, like I told you, if you draw something like a pencil, even if you draw it, human made means, I'm working on a character. I was going to give you that. I found a tool I found this software, and they told me you can make a high-speed thing, and this is what I'm using. I don't have to go with GDevelop. I'm not sure yet. I'm testing. It seems to be doing well, but I seem to like. Even he says you can do exactly the same thing from GDevelop. We'll see. Let's just say my character was on this, so what's it called? I had to draw that myself. I had to draw this myself. It was hard to draw that. So yeah, I drew that myself. It was hard. I couldn't bear to continue to write it. I was bored of it. So anyway, I'm gonna go and open up here. Just gonna pick this, and I'll show you what I mean. Let's just say you draw a square. This is handmade. You're still doing it. Let's see what time it is. Well, it's still not 5 more minutes. Let's just say you use a shape key and you try to draw something like a square, or we'll just say a slide, and use the AI tool to change your lines into something. Look, please understand. Let's give you the boundaries. These are the lines that it looks like. The AI looks at the lines and they reshape them. They turn it's like repulsing those lines and shaping them into something new. That's what it's doing, and that falls into copyrighted law still. Even if it paints on top of it or takes the colors and change it, it still remains into copyright. Even if it was black and white, it can't just paint over it. It will just resemble the lines. So you got to paint if you want to get a good reception of a good character. So if you make a snake and you just paint it and then you like a brown snake and you're trying to paint it up there, you know what's going to do? It's going to turn it into a snake or a caterpillar. And you want that? No. You want to make yourself a wonderful character. Even if you make like lines over your character and you don't know what you're doing and you just put the lines up there, it's not going to make you a character. It's just going to make you a crazy looking line world. But it'll make it look nice. That's for a child who's trying to make a character and they can't. If you make some sort of circle character, it'll probably shape your character into some sort of shaping character. I don't know. If you draw the character in the perfect stance, like black and white, and it looks sort of like this. I'm trying to teach you something. You turn it into something like this. Go back here. You go back to all the way back to my kid's drawing. I turn my kid's drawing to something professional. I go all the way back to my something like this. Where's the first one? Right, this one. And you draw him just like this. Then you got yourself a perfect looking character. You would be able to improve it and you'll be able to turn it into a human. Even if the drawing is sort of a little messed up, please remember to clean up your work. If it has some sort of dots like this and it's on the character, it might end up some problems onto the drawing. You must make sure the whole entire drawing doesn't have any handprints. So you can look, this is my fingerprints or something that was on maybe my hair, my flakes from my hair and all that was dropped onto my drawing. That's what remains. It was scanned and some of the mark was still there. Those are the marks that come from me. And yeah. And once you do all that and you clean it up, you use paint to clean it up. You make sure you use paint to clean up those marks, like scrape them. Make sure you don't get no more marks. Make sure you clean them up nice and neat. Make sure the paper is nice and white. Then you take it to what you want to do, whether you want to improve it, you want to turn it. You can also model this now, because it looks like you just forgot the backside. You have to learn to do the backside. But that's easier now. There's a way that you can do this now, and I got the tool to do that now. It cost me $147. It was worth it, and it was worth it. It made my characters wonderful, and it's forever. I think it was a perfect deal, a very good deal. But you know, it won't last very long. It will go up if you don't get it in time. So anyway, if you do it this way, and you try to tell it to polish it or improve it, it will do that. And if the lines come out great, you will have a perfect looking character, like perfect looking character. I have to go back and show you. That one I just passed. Human. I go back and go find him. I think it was the first one. We'll go back to the first one. I think it was the first one. I'm on page 2. Here he is. You have, it's not him, this one. You would probably have a wonderful character, like so. It'll turn out looking like this, or it'll just turn out looking like this. Because that was the character, because you can see the hair quills and all that. Remember this? See, it's this right here. it'll be, it's much different too. His tail is missing, but it was probably because it took some of the lines and moved it. No, there's the tail. I can see right here. Just made it smaller. It's just hard to find it. You just gotta keep doing the spreadsheet till you see your tail. But yeah, that's probably what will happen. It'll get improved, and you will get yourself a looking character. That came all from him. You can see that. You see the hair here, and it still forms him to improve him. You have to go here. Go back. Where is it? Oh, over here. You see right here? Boom, boom, boom. It's him. That's how it works. So he's still the original character because it'd be recognized. Because you see the lines. There's the still black lines how I drew it, so it resembled and moved them around to make it look more sharper, made my lines sharper, and it worked. So, but you know, it's limited. I guess as much lines I have, we will get something good. So, yeah, that's how it works. You can do this now, but make sure you have a lot of lines so it can make something very high detail. 9 was probably not, it just made it exactly how I wanted it to be, but you know, it's hard to get some sort of detail like because it didn't have that much lines, but it did the job. See, it took some of the lines out sometimes because it didn't have enough room, so it made some, because it's supposed to be orange because they didn't have enough, so it decided just, you know. So it wants to keep the original lines that you own, so good job on that. So anyway, let me shoot his bottle into a star. That's cool. You can still try to go even further and try to improve it even more by making the lines even more better. There's no limit in lines because there's a bunch of it on there. It has the technology to expand the lines, stretch them out, make them longer. You know, you stretch the lines out to have multiple lines. You can stretch them out like I'm showing you right here. You see this? You can just go like this. The machine learning can do this. I'll show you. If you like the law, if you do this, and you can just stretch them like that. You can just stretch them to make them bigger. That's how it will do it. That's another strategy. And then they will try to see. They just go like this, try to form it, that's how the AI will do it. They can even add points here and try to smooth them out like a what do they call that thing? Curves. You can actually use curves to expand them out. AI can do it. Tools like that, like Blender does that. You can actually expand your lines out. That's how it works. If you heard of extrude, it can do extrude. It can extrude your work, extrude your lines even longer and still attack. You're just extruding and making your lines even longer. So that works too. It still remains copyright because you're extruding your lines to a bigger size and how long you want it to be. Or you can stretch them either way. So there's no limits to make your character look fascinating. It can make it perfectly or bigger. You can make it to a big monster or whatever. That's what the tool is done for. It's done a lot of great work and it did a good job. So like I said, you don't know if people have these doing the same thing what I'm doing. You don't know if that character is not you don't know if this character is an AI or is it original work that was changed and improved. You don't know if this drawing is the original work. You might think, hey, this looks like an AI work. Take a good look, because those lines don't fool you now. You don't know if this drawing is the original work. You might say, oh, I got it original, and then you sell it to the world with your video game, and then you get picked up by a copyrighted thing, and boom, you get yourself in trouble. You're gambling with your life. If you pick someone else's drawing that was improved by some AI tool and it's still the original work, and actually you cannot change even if it was improved by AI, it's still the original work, and you take that original work that was improved and you find yourself, hey, I got this awesome drawing, and next thing you know it, you get hit by the cops and they say, no, that's their drawing. But it looked like, hey, no, it's not. Look closely now. It was you. Did you read the manual? No. And you get yourself bunkered by the cops. So, or you get banned from the site that you stole somebody else's artwork, but it looked, you thought it was AI, but it wasn't. It was improved by a tool called AI, or a generated tool that improved your work. It could be anything that improved the work. Actually, it could be an AI tool that improved the work, or it could be a generated tool. Either way, it'll still fall into copyrighted circle, because the character will still remain in the copyrighted work. It can't fall into public domain because it was human author. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Be careful what you wish for. That is the example I wanted to fill in for you guys. So yeah, you can go crazy and go wild and use whatever your methods tool to improve your work. It will still fall into copyrighted law. Just to let you know, it will still fall into copyrighted law. Anything you do to the work to improve it or change to the animal, it still remains a copyright. Even if it looks different and you have never seen it before, you turned your character to something different, it still falls into copyright law. If you added bunny ears or some sort of wings or bunny tail, or you added some clothes or something, it still falls into copyrighted law because it belongs to the character. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to give you guys. I hope you guys enjoy what you make out of your work and try to transform your work into something cool or something new or something different. It will still fall into copyright as long as you have the original work on your site. It won't make a difference because they will pick up the lines and they detect that it's still the original work. Like Deviant, like this site would do. What's it called? Deezer would probably pick up because it was still the original work. So everyone, peace. I have to go before my bus gets here. I'll see you guys next time. And have fun making something improvement. Have fun improving your work and having the wonderful time to just look at your wonderful, beautiful character on a video. And yes, look at your wonderful character having so much fun. Oops, not working. Let's figure out how to do this. Well, I have to go through this. Just remember, hope you have fun. There it goes again. Well, anyway, just have fun, everybody. Enjoy making these wonderful looking characters. I don't know why I could not fix that problem, but it's still. Just have fun and enjoy making something cool from your work. And I'll see you guys next time. Great to have a wonderful looking character that comes from my original drawing. It still falls in the copyright. You can do anything with your drawing to make magical work. And yes, I still have problems with the. Yeah, just remember, have fun, people, and enjoy your improvements. Car washing your work. And I consider say goodbye. Say goodbye, everybody. And Baby Cabela and Baby Greed was turned to Baby Brave. It's wonderful. See you guys next time, and have fun making your work look like it can stand out to the greatest people out there. And who knows, a company will probably want to buy your character, your original character from this picture. That is your original character. It's just you probably want to buy that character.